The streak is over. Just like Undertaker 10 years ago, the streak is done. Rangers finally, and I mean finally, get a penalty against them. Was it a penalty? You know what? I don't even care if it was a penalty or not. I'm just glad it's done. I'm glad we don't have to talk about this. Celtic fans can go back to talking about their own club. I'm sure they won't, but end of the day, we'll get to the penalty incident when we get to it. But there's a lot of goals between now and then. But all that matters is that Rangers picked up the 3 points, which was obviously the most important thing today, because the performance in spells was good, but the performance in other spells was bad, to say the least. So let's just talk about this game. Cyril Dessers, 9 minutes in, hits the post. Wah, wah, wah. And this kind of set the tone for me for the first half. I thought Dessers and Cantwell were shocking, apart from a few moments of excellence. And that ain't an agenda. I know after the Old Firm, they were definitely the two that I blasted the most. But honestly, I don't know. Cantwell seems like a foreign player. There's a lot of foreign players throughout the history of football and current, that goes on. And he got himself a goal later on in the game. He could have had a few more. But when it doesn't go for him, the head seems to go. And he got booked as well today. I believe that's his 16th booking since he became a Rangers player. No, I just seen that on Twitter. I can't confirm that. If that is the case, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if that's the case across, two half a seasons. So, I mean, practically a full season. I wouldn't be surprised by that in the slightest. But he gets booked here again. It's just stupid. We have a penalty shout for a corner. Nothing in this. Not a penalty for me. Then we've got a wee bit of pressure. Dessers in the final third. He's making some really slack passes. Then Connor Goldson has an absolute, I don't know, a brain fart. He just runs forward, creates acres of space for a ball to be played in behind. Kevin Fussell runs into this. He should score, but what a save for Jack Butland. And if this goes in, right, I'm not saying we can't go on and win the game, but Kelly's form recently has been brilliant. And, obviously what happened on Saturday would be in the back of the mind. If we go 1-0 down, man, you don't actually know how this game ends up. You really, really don't. But great save for Butland. He saves his defence yet again. I'm not going to pin too much blame on Suter because he can't do anything here. I mean, unless he brings him down or something or attempts to tackle him, which you don't want. Because if we go 1-0 down, it's better than potentially going down to 10 and 1-0. So for me, Suter did the right thing. Great save for Butland. Maybe it's what Balogun should have did, but then 2-0 down already at that point. Who knows? But yeah. Then after this, I think it kind of turned the tide a bit for Kelly. They started not dominating, but a bit of pressure for the wings. Never really did anything with it. But then we get our goal. Counter-attack finally. We ease some of the pressure. Ball falls to Dessers. I'm thinking, right, you do something good. Do not misplace this pass. I look up. Cyril Dessers whips a ball, man. 60-yard pass right through to Ross McCausland, and he finishes it. And I've been a big admirer of Ross McCausland. I think he's been, yeah, he should have passed the seam in the Old Firm. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what? You take him at that front four in that Old Firm, we could hit fucking nothing. It's that simple, apart from the Dessers one-on-one chance. So, great wee goal here. Quite similar to his goal against, Aris Limassol. And, yeah, phenomenal. Great for Dessers, though. You need more of this, but, it's moments of brilliance, but it's like his goal against Betis, this pass here, it's moments. I need consistency, man. I need like a 7 out of 10 for you every game. I don't need what you do most of the time, which is fucking stinking performances. Seema then scores like a fantastic goal, man. He flicks it, and then he fucking cracks it on the fall. He skins the guy. Absolutely incredible. Phenomenal. Great goal. And that takes us right into half time. And then let's talk about it. Kelly get a penalty. Ball whipped in. It hits Suter on the arm. Now, I'm actually not that bothered about this, to be honest, because I can see why it's given, right? Well, why I'm bothered about it is that there's no consistency, because there's been penalties in the past like this against us and they've not been given. So why is this one being given but other ones aren't? You look at Alistair Johnson's on Saturday, let me talk about it again. The fact that was not given, and this is given. Like, how was that deemed natural and this was deemed unnatural? What I will admit, see here, the ball, his hand is away from his body. But, like, what else is Suter supposed to do? Now, I think To me, it ain't a penalty, but in today's day and age, it is. But then again, we've seen it not given. But I'm not going. It's like a 50-50. I'm not going to cry about it. You know, just get over it. Just get over it, sure. That's what we do. Brother John, jobbing his clean out. That brown envelope definitely didn't get to him. That's for sure. That's for Garen damn sure. But anyway, Danny Armstrong, he stepped up. He's a good player, Danny Armstrong, but he kind of would remind me of Scott Wright. It's like you could take a punt on him, but you wouldn't be surprised if he ended up like Scott Wright. And, if we're going to sign Scottish players, let's sign the good ones. Lawrence Shankland, he may have missed a penalty today, but come on, the main man. He's there to be had. Josh Dodge, make a wee fit in him later. Make sure you check out, which I did make earlier, but it's actually going to upload it later, if that makes sense. But we made it 3-1 not long after this. Todd Cantwell scoring. He needs to add more goals. It's his second goal this season. I mean, I'm sorry. I like, you know what? I like Cantwell. Seeing he's playing good, he's good. But he has too many off days. But he needs to add goals, man. He really needs to add goals. Make no mistake about it. That's what his game's lacking. I mean, he's lacking consistency in goals for me, which I mean, I guess is your number 10. It's quite a big lack of. He scores. We see Fabio Silva come on. Cantwell misses a 1-on-1. Not really much more clear-cut chances after this. Fabio Silva, it was good seeing Raskin as well. Dujon Stillen did a really good roulette turn. But yeah, you know what? We won. Positive result. There's positives to take. Kelly were in good form. All that mattered was 3 points, but I just need a wee bit more from my Rangers. You know what I mean? But winter break, guys. Enjoy it. Happy New Year. 3 points. Back on track. Hopefully 2024 is better.